Want to make this quick video real quick. So we all know about this whole Florida versus Disney, and then DeSantis versus the these left wing white liberal teachers. We are like for real. We all know what's going on. In case you ever been living you've been lit under a rock and you don't know what's going on. Uh, Liberal white teachers in Florida are a little pissed off that they can't talk about sex with their students, and they're also mad that this quote unquote "don't say gay" bill, even though there's no word of gay in that bill if you actually read it, it's a more of a parental rights bill because apparently some teachers out here say that parents don't have a say so when it comes to their children's education, which is one of the most dumbest things like anybody can ever say, especially if that parents' taxes are paying for that school and that teacher. So we all know what's going on with with that whole freaking anti grooming bill, because that's how I'm gonna address it. It's grown as adults want to talk about sexual things with 5-year-old 6-year-old kids and people from the CNNs and MSNBCs and the freaking far left freaking progressive people think it's okay when it's actually not. These are random people talking about sex with underage kids, with that should be a parent's job, not a random person's. So I just went through this article from a Blaze Media, and this is one of the most outrageous things that I've seen. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, a lot of quote unquote Karen teachers are coming out and saying like this whole anti-gay bill that left wing media tries to depict it, even though again nothing in that bill says gay. If you actually read it, it's just another left wing talking point that tries to get people on a side, and a lot of people are like, "Yo, we read this bill. It doesn't say anything about you not coming out as gay type thing." And a lot of people are seeing this, but freaking MSNBC, CNN still try to come out and depict like it's a bill that's against gay people, which is not. It's actually against both straight people and gay people for not talking about sexual orientation when it comes to kids in kindergarten, first grade, third grade, and fourth grade. That's what this bill is. So don't believe CNN, freaking MSNBC. Don't believe those idiots because they're bought and paid for it hacks. So let me guys show you out this article from Blaze Media. Liberal teacher claims kids are dying. What the heck just happened? Wow. Okay. You really gonna do that? That freaking thing just popped up. Yeah. Yeah. Liberal teacher claims kids are dying because of Florida parental rights law, and she has no this again. It's always some blue, purple, green hair white lady that claims this. So let's read this article. A liberal teacher that was highlighted by the Libs of TikTok account said that the media needed to be less reactionary and added that kids are dying, that's in quotation, because of the debate over the Florida parental rights law. Florida teacher Ravi Ramirez told Brian Stelter on CNN Plus, a company that just died and is dying next week, that she was criticized by trolls online after the Libs of TikTok account, another account that some freaking Washington Post buying post journalists, and I'm using that in quotations because that chick tried to get her family killed. That she was criticized by trolls after the Libs of TikTok account posted after a video claiming about the Florida law. Ramirez told Stelter that the media should not be outraged in reactionary behavior and instead report the facts. Already teachers have lost jobs. Many teachers have had to take down safe spaces, posters from the classroom. Many of them have had to change the way they speak to the kids. Yeah, because why would you be talking about sexual orientation to a freaking kindergartner? That's weird. What, be man or woman? That's weird. And plus, that's not your kid. Stop thinking that it is. Your main job is to teach kids reading, writing, and math. That's it. You're not supposed to be talking about freaking the LGBT because kindergartners are not mature enough to know about that stuff. But you have some creepos out here saying like talking about the LGBT, talking about sex to kids is not weird. That's not a you decision. That's a parent's decision, not a teacher's decision. That's not your responsibility. So I think focusing on the human impact of these black and white letters on a piece of paper. What is this doing to our family? What is it doing to our teachers? The streets level. Okay, so yeah, apparently there's a video right here. Let me guys just go and show you this video about this. This teacher. Why is it doing this? These freaking ads. I freaking hate ads. Okay, let's go back into this.
Your message for the media.
Okay, let's go in for this. Let's go in with this.
Your message for the media. This program is about the media. How do you think the media needs to be covering this issue differently as these bills move to other states and as issues about gay and transgender rights are a debate or a controversy in the midterm elections?
Okay, Brian Stelter said this is a gay and trans right attack. Exactly. Again, this is how you know Brian Stelter is. This is why CNN is dying right here. This is why CNN is dead. Because they keep on pushing this. See, look at this. Real world impact of the new anti-LGBT anger. Even though that bill does not actually aim at gay people. So what is, again, you got the CNNs and MSNBCs and ABCs and CBS pushing this crap. But then when independent guys such as myself and others out there try to, like Tim Pool, try to like explain from a less biased point of view, these people are nuts.
I think it's important not to engage in reactionary behaviors, which is in part what I did, which I recognize. It is important to, as the media, to keep it very much about the facts, but also about the very real human impact that these facts are having on people. Already teachers have lost jobs. Many teachers have had to take down safe spaces, posters from their classroom. Many of them have had to change the way they speak to the kids. So I think focusing on the human impact of these black and white letters on a piece of paper, what is this doing to our families? What is this doing to our teachers? The stress levels. I mean, teachers already are going through so much after the couple of years that we've had. To add this, I think it's just too much. And I think it's a personal attack on public education in general. They want to privatize it.
Yeah, because public education is trash. Like, for real, you guys, I talked about it before. California literally just ended the SAT scores, or they lowered some test scores, some passing scores, because California schools were failing black kids. If you guys haven't followed my channel for a while, I made a video about how public school teachers are failing a lot of black students. And they are being homeschooled now at a more higher rate than ever before. And they made that freaking Gavin Newsom and I think the Oregon governor made a bill that says a certain group of people doesn't need to meet these requirements in order to graduate. Like, they don't need to be reading at a 5th grade level. They math skills don't need to be good, and their comprehension skills don't have to be that good either. They did that because public schools were failing black people. Now, is it me, or does that sound kind of degrading, and they're just admitting that they're failing their black kids, so they want to appease to a certain audience, saying like, yo, we doing the best we can. No, y'all not. Because if y'all had, a lot of black families would not be taking their black kids out of these public schools and putting them into charter schools, private schools, or homeschooling them. So the public schools are not doing their best. They have damaged a lot of people throughout the years. But let's keep going.
Education. They don't want to make education accessible to all people. So it's important to ensure that, we don't engage in reactionary behavior, which is very human and normal, but provide the facts, but never forget the real impacts. Kids are dying because of this.
What is this heifer talking about? What is this heifer talking about? She just pulled that out of nowhere, and she doesn't even have the evidence to prove this. How are kids dying because of a parental rights bill? Again, and CNN, Brian Seltzer just let this pass. Again, potato head Brian Seltzer, this guy is not a real journalist. He's not. He's not a real journalist, and that's a reason why people don't rely on him. And that's the reason why he told the YouTube overlords to censor the independent guys because they get more ratings than him. This is mainstream media. Again, when a person with a camera and just a mic and Adobe editing software, when they're beating the mainstream people that are getting funded by multi-million-dollar or billion-dollar companies, you know you're doing something wrong here. And plus, they're on every TV network out there. These guys are not media. They're propaganda news. Always remember that.
And that's my biggest concern.
And again, she just pulled this out without any evidence at all. She just, again, this is the liberal teachers right here that tries to push this. Kids are dying even though she didn't give any evidence.
I want to save kids' lives. If I acknowledge one child and letting them know that they're safe with me and that they are loved by me, that can make such a huge difference. It could change and save their lives. So
again, but what's the evidence that kids are quote unquote dying? You just pulled that out of your behind. And then when people called you out on it, you still didn't give no evidence. So what are you talking about here?
let's not let them forget that.
These freaking liberal teachers, man, they do these progressive liberal teachers, and I think that that lady was probably somewhere Hispanic or something like that. But you had these teachers, these public teachers, man. Don't trust these clowns. These guys are the biggest paid adversaries when it comes to keeping your child less educated, less book smarts, and less street smart. They don't see it. To them, they may say that they care about your child, but to them, they don't really try their hardest. Which is why public education is getting killed by private charter and homeschooling. Like, for real. If you guys remember, I did a video a year or so back where public schools students and homeschool students, you would see how reports came out that the homeschool students was doing it at a much better rate when it comes to academics than public education, and that ticked off the freaking school board association, which is why you had freaking CNN, MSNBC pushing it to the max, even though a lot of people are saying like no. Especially black parents, they are like, no, we are not putting our kid in this school because this school has failed us time and time again. These public schools, no. So we're gonna send our child to charter school, homeschool, or we're going to send it to private school. This is what the left hates when parents make their own decisions when it comes to their kids. They want to indoctrinate your kids, get them in their own crazy mindset, and use them time and time again in the voting booths. This is what mainstream media is doing. But guys, what do I know? I'm just your average person with a mic here. So yeah, that's it. If you guys like what I'm saying, like and subscribe to this video, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all next one. Peace.